Hello, my name is Sujang. It's an honor to present my article at this conference. I am a research professor at Dongmyung University in Korea. I'd like to introduce you the contents of my research. The title of this article is a semantic network analysis of research trends on media education of elementary school students. With the advance of post-industrial revolution, the educational field of today has changed a lot. In the knowledge information society, there is a growing awareness that no one can escape the influence of the media, and there is an increasing need to develop the ability to critically accept the content of media, as like reading, writing, and understanding text and grammar. Media education should be used in order to gain ability to adapt media literacy and technology of newly emerging media, as well as it is necessary to facilitate it. Content analysis, in particular the use of media for children, has continued to increase, and in previous students, the research for how the use of old media has had an impact on children has been conducted, reported that media use has an impact on negative development and potential media harm. This is the time when the importance of education for media use and media literacy education has emerged for students in elementary school, when the use of media is rapidly increasing. In particular, elementary school students, media education is important because they are highly adaptive and competent. Therefore, in this study, in order to investigate the social debate about media education of elementary school students in Korea, the data for the last 5 years on perceptions, preferences, attitudes of elementary school students on media was analyzed. However, according to the result of our previous studies, in order to analyze how the concept of the internet medium is defined and recognized in internet related education at elementary schools, an in-depth interview was conducted. The results that they do not understand the media from the perspective of simple tool, and that they must proceed to internet media education for critical literacy that is understood by a single educational and cultural environment were suggested. As a result of questionnaire survey, conducted for elementary school students. The type of media that uses excessively more than 7 hours a day has already been reported. There is a research that emphasizes a multi-dimensional instruction is needed to form a lifestyle for media use from early elementary school period. Therefore, it was suggested that we should understand that media education is now a cultural environment, and it was concerned that elementary school students spend too much time on using media. In addition, it was also suggested that the quality of media used by elementary school students was considered. Yes, since the results of previous studies are from most surveys and interviews, so there are limitations to generalizing the results of these studies. In order to be able to bring this generalizing conclusion, the Korea society's perception of elementary school media education through big data analysis was examined in this study. The following are the research used question used to achieve the goal of this research study. What is the social distance about media education of elementary school students in Korea with big data? Purpose of this study is to examine social trends in media education of elementary school students. For this, big data was collected using internet portal sites such as Google, Naver, and Daum. The collected big data was used in this study to analyze the semantic network through the process of data mining. In addition, programs such as iProgram, USINet, and NetRow were used for big data analysis. In this study, 2,755 kilobyte data is collected through big data, searched from August 7, 2014 to August 7, 2019 with keywords elementary school students media education and elementary school students media literacy. In order to find out the research trend of elementary school students media education, the statistical significance of elementary school students media education was examined in this study. As a result of this research, the average distribution value of the network data was 24.3090 and the standard error was 2.3838. The zero score value was 0 equal 9.9578 and the probability that the test statistic was observed to be higher than the absolute value of the z-value was 0.0002. As a result of analyzing the word frequency according to simultaneous appearance by collecting online data of elementary media education and elementary media literacy. In Table 1, the word child showed the highest frequency in 1,414 times. Subsequently, the word education appeared 921 times. The word teacher appeared 901 times, and the word object shows 755 times. It can be seen that the words child, education, teacher, object, elementary school, class, and students are derived as keywords in elementary media education. As such, the fact that many words such as child, education, and teacher mentioned can be interpreted. The importance of education based on the interaction between elementary school students and teachers in media education. That is, when media is used as an educational tool, interaction between students and teachers may not be active. Therefore, in education using media education, that the interaction between people is thoroughly considered must be designed. Figure 2 shows elementary media education and elementary media literacy. 50 words Concord graph, in particular, through Concord analysis, which visually groups and displays 50 words, it is possible to confirm what words are highly relevant to the elementary media education. Looking at 4 representative groups, it is follows. First, the Concord analysis of this study shows that words such as child, object, student, utility, program, and coding are combined. These results indicate that elementary media education is being applied through programs such as coding education that children experience. Second, it consists of words such as education, elementary school, smartphone, YouTube, digital devices, media, and information. Though these media and digital devices are actively used to educate elementary school students, Especially the use of media has become more common as smartphones are widely distributed to elementary school students. In particular, it can be inferred that various ways various ways are being tried in the educational field to acquire various information and improve problem solving ability in order to enhance learning ability using media. Third, it consists of words such as teacher, school, middle school, high school, English tutoring, and mathematics education. In other words, it can be inferred that the teacher uses media education to teach English and mathematics to middle and high school students. Finally, it consists of words such as feature, lecture, and throat. This means that deep thinking about lectures is necessary for future students. As a result of analyzing about 7,577 kilobytes of online data to analyze social perceptions and trends of elementary media education, significant information about elementary media education was extracted. First of all, the keywords with the highest frequency of appearance were children, education, teachers, object, elementary school, class, student. Through these research results, elementary school students are using a lot of smartphones and digital devices, and in particular, it seems that a lot of media education approaches for English education or coding education are occurring in order to understand the media in an educational and cultural environment. Elementary media literacy education may be needed more often. Students will enhance their ability to learn new knowledge by collecting, editing, and generating a variety of information using the important factors of media education such as immediate access, knowledge extensibility, and collaborative interactivity. Education using media is becoming more common in recent years, and media has been actively utilized as a method of self-directed learning for students as well as elementary school classrooms. When considering these situations, it expected that learning ability using media will be noted as more important core ability in the future. Therefore, we should continue to strengthen our educational efforts to elementary school students in their early elementary school stage on the right attitudes and ethical norms about the use of media, as well as activities in the world of smart media. We should increase our ability to have more positive attitudes and beliefs. In addition, when media education is carried out in the elementary school classroom, it's necessary to focus on the interaction between the teacher and the students, rather than focusing only on media utilization as an educational medium. In particular, it is suggested that teachers provide meticulous guidance in the field for students to improve their ability to choose good contents of media and to control their ability to facilitate media so that students can improve their ability to solve problems through deep thinking. Thank you for listening.